Hello, guys. Uh, watch a lot of videos. People were talking about that solar eclipse of 2017, and then another solar eclipse in 2024. They are exactly 7 years apart. And then, if you follow the trail of the eclipses, it marks an X. Somewhere in Missouri of United States of America. So now God has marked an X on Missouri. Okay, what does that mean? And people were asking, is that biblical? Is that some kind of prophecy going on? The answer is yes. I'm going to show you. It's inside Ezekiel chapter 39. Okay, but before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented the physical immortality rings. If you put on these immortality rings, they're plastic covering magnets. You stay physically young forever. You don't age anymore. If you go to my website, which is livemuchlonger.com, I have lots of testimonials from Amazon customers. 80% of the Amazon customers, they give me 5 stars or 4 stars. So if you're interested in rings that can make you live forever, you go to livemuchlonger.com. Livemuchlonger.com. Okay. Anyway, let's move in to the subject. Okay, people were talking about this the eclipse of 2017 and also another eclipse coming in 2024, exactly 7 years apart. Is there like significance, meaning? Is there like merit to this phenomena? Of course there is. Okay, it's inside the book of Ezekiel, chapter 39. I'm not going to read you that whole chapter because it will be long. I'm just going to tell you what it says, okay? God was cursing Gog and Magog, okay? God said, Gog and Magog, you guys are going down. And so we'll have for 7 years, people will burn weapons of the enemies as fuel. They don't need to chop firewood anymore. They just burn the weapons of enemy as fuel for 7 years. And then after that, there's going to be 7 months of period that people will cleanse the entire land. People will cleanse the land for 7 months. They will pick up the dead. They will bury. These are the bones of the enemies. Okay, they will pick up the dead and they will bury them, and then they will cleanse the whole land. And then at the end of the 7 months period, okay, somebody is gonna go for a treasure hunt. Somebody is gonna search for something. And then one person will find a piece of human bone somewhere, okay, and then he will mark an X at where he found the bone, and then the buriers, okay, people who people who bury graves, they're gonna come pick up that bone and they're gonna bury it. That's the last cleansing. After they bury that piece of bone, the cleansing period is over. And then God kept saying that, okay, after that, I'm going to have a feast. All the, wild birds and wild beasts, they're going to eat human flesh. They're going to eat the dead soldiers and dead horses and all that shit, But that's in Ezekiel 39, okay? So let us look at this map of the United States, which shows where the eclipse has crossed, okay? You look at this map, you see the 2017 eclipse and 2024 eclipse. They mark a spot somewhere in Missouri, okay? It's somewhere in Missouri. And I just want to show you what's the relation between Ezekiel chapter 39 and this phenomena right here, okay? You look at Ezekiel, okay? Ezekiel 7 years, they will burn enemies' weapons for fuel. Okay, that's 1/7, right? That's the first 7. And the bigger 7, okay? And then there's a minor 7 which comes later. It says for 7 months they will bury the dead and cleanse the land, right? That's another 7. So 7 years, 7 months, right? One is bigger than the other, right? Bigger 7, smaller 7. If you look at the eclipse, okay? First eclipse happened in 2017. what is the significance in 2017? That's 2017 in December. That's when Donald Trump decided to move the U.S. embassy to Jerusalem. When he did that, United States have formally recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, right? So that's 1/7. That's a bigger 7 because it's 70 years, right? That's 7. And then you that's exactly in 2017, okay? And then you count 2017 plus another 7 years. That's 2024. They have another eclipse. And then that marks the spot of somewhere in Missouri. So now we have a bigger 7 and a smaller 7, okay? 70 years is the bigger 7, and then another 7 years is a smaller 7. Did you see the coincidence between this eclipse phenomena and Ezekiel chapter 39? Okay, so he marked a spot somewhere in Missouri, but what does that mean? What's in Missouri? I'll tell you what's over there. Let's move on to another picture. This is Georgia Guidestone, okay? Georgia Guidestone is exactly 744 miles away from Missouri. It's southeast of Missouri. If you go to Georgia Guidestone, it has the 10 Commandments. But then beside the Georgia Guidestone, it has a plaque. It has a stone plaque that's, set it on the ground. And the stone plaque says, there's a time capsule, okay? Somebody is going to bury a time capsule at this spot. 6 feet under the spot. Exactly 6 feet under the spot. It didn't say on when, okay? And then it says, and then somebody will pull it, somebody will exhume it, somebody will, dig it out. And then it didn't say when. It did not say when. Didn't Jesus, okay, what did Jesus prophesy? When people ask him, when is the end time? Can you tell us, can you give us, specifics of the exact day of the end time? And Jesus said, no one knows the day and the hour except God. Okay, there we go. There should be a 7 over there. There should be a 7. When somebody bury a time capsule here, exactly 6 feet from here, it should be a 7 there. And then it will be, dug out on exact, it should be a 7 there too. So 7, because only God knows, when is the day and the hour and the day of the coming of the Messiah, right? So how come only God knows? Because God is the one who drew that cross. God is the one who drew that, used the double eclipse to draw that cross, to mark an X in Missouri. And what is 6 feet under Missouri? It's Georgia Guidestone, because Georgia Guidestone is exactly 644 miles under Missouri. Imagine you travel 644 miles and there's Georgia Guidestone, right? So that plaque, it says somebody is going to bury a time capsule here, 6 feet under this plaque. It's filled. It's 7, and then somebody will exhume it on another 7. See? Did you see that? Ezekiel 39. It says 7 years, 7 months. That's 7. That's a double 7, and then the eclipse, the double eclipse phenomena. Okay. 2017, that's exactly 70 years after reestablishment of Israel. That's another 7. And then 7 years later, there's another eclipse, 2024, another 7. And then the Georgia Guidestone, the plaque says, somebody to bury 6 feet under here and then exhume it on. See, only God knows the day and the hour. Another set, another double set of 7, 7, 7. You see? So, in 2024, okay, the Messiah has to appear. And then the Messiah has to anoint this area, this Georgia Guidestone, as the most holy site. Because based on Daniel chapter 9, what did Daniel chapter 9 say? It says 70 weeks. See, that's another double 7. You see? 70, right? 70. And then weeks. Yeah, that's 7, right? 70 weeks. Is decreed for all sorts of shit to happen, and then somebody has to anoint the most holy place, right? And then the whole Daniel chapter 9 is talking about 7, 70 weeks, and then later on in that prophecy it says 7, 7. So 2024 is the day of the Messiah arrival. And then Georgia Guidestone is the most holy site. Okay, that's the 10 Commandment. That's the 10 Commandment that's prophesied in the Bible. Okay, that's the actual 10 Commandment. And then there should also be an ark, the golden ark. Okay, that golden ark only Jesus has the key. I mean Jesus gave the key to Peter the Roman. Jesus turned to Peter Simon and say, okay, from now on, your name is Peter. I'm going to give you the keys so you can open the gates of heaven. Or you can, the gate that you open, nobody can shut. The gate that you shut, nobody can open. That's the key, that's the key to the golden gate. And also, the golden gate is also the Ark of the Covenant, because there's a prophecy, okay, in another Ezekiel chapter, I believe it's chapter 42, was talking about only the prince can sit right in the middle of the gate to eat bread, in attendance of the Lord, right? And, the eastern gate of Jerusalem, it's called the Golden Gate, So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the Georgia Guidestone is the first holy site, okay? And then the second holy site, since the Golden Gate in Jerusalem has already been destroyed, it has been destroyed by the Muslims, okay, like almost 800 years ago or something. That gate is not going to be reopened. So, since the holy site is in the United States, I'm just gonna say San Francisco is the second holy site. That's the Ark of the Covenant, and San Francisco Bay Bridge is probably the Ark, the real Ark, okay. Because it has 2 cherubims, it has 2 cherubims spreading its wings, and also it has like cloud. It has, if you look at San Francisco Bay Bridge, it has, Golden Gate Bridge, it has cloud, covering the whole bridge when it's foggy, And then San Francisco also has it's 7 miles by 7 miles, I think San Francisco is the New Jerusalem, But we talk more about that stuff later on. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.